I don't know. So why did he write? That's a far journey. Mitcham to Barking.
That's.
Do you know how long that is?
That's a. You might just.
He wrote a song about Barking. You might link my. No, I'm not linking you. I'm not linking you. If I live in Barking, no, if I live in Mitcham and you live in Barking, I'm not linking you.
That's a myth.
I am not linking you.
But honestly, when I think of West, because obviously for North, you got Skeppy. You got Heady One. Then you've got who else in North right now? You got the OFB boys. You got Notes.
Notes
Mo
is from
Stack.
East.
It's from East London.
Notes is from East.
Oh, Hackney.
No. Notes is from North.
Notes is from North.
Notes is from North. Notes is from North. Okay, do you know why? North and East, the boundary is so...
Hackney's in between both of them. So some parts of Hackney are East London, some parts of Hackney are from North.
I know, my brother lives in Hackney. It's disastrous.
Do you know what I mean?
When I go to
but overall, I feel like there's too much. Like,
However, wait, hold on. Sorry. This is what I was going to say. I actually had my answer. Basically, for me, in terms of UK rap, in terms of rappers, I'm going to have to give it to West London. However, in terms of producers, I'm going to give it to East, okay? I feel like East London has the craziest producers. Like, you've got Scribs Riley, you have TSB. Where's G5? Is he not East?
He's from Hackney, so North East. Yeah.
Hackney is East. Hackney is East.
There's parts of Hackney that's in North, man.
No. We're not doing that here today. We're not here. If you think Hackney is North London, get out. Come off the podcast now. What are you talking about? Come off the.
There's parts of Hackney that are close to Islington.
I understand that, but we're not doing that. Hackney.
Alright, cool. Hackney's East.
Okay,
come on. Let me not.
Well, let's not do this. London. Because I live in the London borough of Hackney. No. Hackney, the area. Hackney is East London. Okay.
Let's go.
But yeah.
I can't lie.
I feel like the East has bare good producers.
I feel like East London's been having talent from, like, in terms of music, they've been having talent. I feel like from.
Have they? I feel like it's a recent thing. I can't lie. I didn't feel like they had it back in the day. I feel like, I'm bugging.
They're homegrown. Like, I feel like a lot of the culture in terms of music come from, like, East.
Who?
So Solid.
Solid is South.
They're not Southerners.
Yes, they are.
Are they Southerners?
Yes.
Whereabouts?
They're like Norwood, them sides.
No.
My stepmom's, my stepmom's brother's like in it. Like, he's Mega Man still. Like, yeah.
Mega Man's not from South, is he? I thought he was from East.
They're from South. They live in South.
Shit, I need to do my research.
We need to delete that, but yeah. Like, they live in South.
I thought they were Eastenders all this time, fam. But literally, like, for me, like, I feel like London as a whole, when it comes to music, I feel like there's too much diversity. Like,
there is.
You can say apart from London and say this is the best right now, and I can understand why you say that.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel like South for me is where it has history. I feel like South, especially growing up, I listened to a lot of rappers from South. South, especially because it was just had that, like, South, like, it just had that buzz. Like, even just saying South, it's
cool, man.
It's a thing. Like, it's like, ooh.
Say it from like, from South.
There's energy behind it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Solid.
So, like, when a rapper would come out of South, like, you'll just hear, especially for me living in Northwest, like, cool, it was like, we had rappers in that, but I feel like South really did come with the gritty talk from early. Like, even though Northwest people, like, rappers came hard, I feel like the proper, like, the videos.
Yeah, the images.
Like, everything was just a bit different. Like,
the depth was mad, didn't it? Yeah.
Like, you man weren't afraid to show.
Yeah, we weren't afraid to show you what South is about. Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel like South really kind of did start that, and then I feel like other areas were then like, okay, cool, like,
if they're on this, let's show them what we're on, yeah, kind of thing. But yeah, man, and I feel like even now when we think about like rappers in London, they're really kicking down doors.
Yeah. Like,
we're getting awards now, like, we're charting. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're really out here showing people that there is more to this game than just, you know, breakfast music.
It's crazy though, because you say that, but then at the same time, it's like what I was saying earlier. I feel like there are artists in this game, as you said, that are industry planted. However, I feel like there are people that make it and chart and are successful, and I'm just like, they're not so good. And I feel like the music industry is so selective and so scandalous almost, very, in the sense of like who does get to chart or who does get to make it. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like you see artists that are trying consistently and are being like putting out really, really good stuff, but
Yeah,
aren't
just didn't get the
necessarily
coverage, yeah.
exactly. And
It's true.
that's what is just kind of a bit like annoying in it. But like you were saying that, you know, before this, you didn't even feel like there was even growth within music in general.
No. I said there wasn't. I don't feel like there's been that much growth within the past year.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
In the past year, but
Yeah.
even still, you don't feel like there has been in the past year. Like, we've only been, what, a couple months into the year?
And that's why I'm thinking, like, what's
did
new,
you not like
innit?
anything?
It's not that I didn't like any, like what I said before about since she doesn't negate what he's done. I feel
Right.
like he's still put out a good piece of work, but I'm saying,
Right.
I feel like he could have challenged himself in that. But my
Okay,
thing
other
is,
than him, like, what, like, not, take out Central
Okay,
C,
Central-
like,
Central
I'm talking about in
equation.
general, like 4 months into the year.
okay,
like,
4 months into the year, bear in mind, when let's say, okay, cool, let's think about Millions, for example, yeah?
Yeah.
He's probably, yeah, like, he's one of my favourites in UK.
Yeah.
But my thing is, cool, like, he's been releasing music, he's been, like, producing and whatnot, but I'm trying to figure out, okay, cool, like, let's get more from you, man. Like, are we gonna hear this every single song now? Are we gonna hear the same kind of like, for me, I always like artists who go, like, who break the mold. Like, Heady One was a prime example. Heady One started off as a drill rapper, like, violence, guns, drugs and all that shit, but then you hear Edna.
But you're comparing people that have been in this game for like how many years?
Maybe like 3-4 years.
That are just coming out. Like, I feel like
I don't know, but I don't, like I said, I'm a bit stiff. Like, for me, it's like I want you lot to come in and just always find something new to do all the time. That's why I fuck up AJ Tracy, because he was doing it from early. I feel like he always challenged himself to do more in music, but every single time.
AJ Tracy's independent. Not all of these artists are like.
So do you think the labels are stopping these lot from holding constraints against these guys?
Well, obviously there are going to be constraints when you're assigned to a label. Obviously, I don't know what that is
specifically,
but
yeah.
I feel like we can't deny. I feel like this year's been a good year. Like, I'm looking at our new Music Friday highlights on VIDA Sounds Instagram story. Make sure you check it out.
Go on.
And like Pooh Shiesty.
Shiesty's hard.
Like, he's been dropping some heat this year. Like, I feel like every week, every new Music Friday, you always send me something and he's on it and there's like a new track and he's just doing his thing. Like, even obviously we got the Heady One Deluxe for Edna this year.
Yeah.
Like, that came out. Lucky Day Drop, that was amazing. That was an amazing project. Like, Slow Tie.
Yeah, fuck
that was good. Lancey Foe, like, he dropped, that was good. We had the Rowdy Rebel track come out. Like, obviously, I'm waiting for more. I still feel like people... That's the thing. I feel like it's still quite early. And I think people are still prepping and cooking it up because maybe it's like, obviously, everyone knows this summer it's going to be the time. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of people are more doing, like, singles and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, even with, what do you call it? Like soundtracks, I was saying, like, a lot of artists, you'll see them on soundtracks to movies. So we've had like the
Coming to America soundtrack
soundtrack,
is a nice niche.
The Judas and the Messiah one.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, it's a really good way for like artists to break the mold almost and do that thing, do what you're trying to say. But then that's easier said than done in America. I feel like in America they have a lot more of those opportunities, and I haven't seen when we do UK Black British films. I feel like I do see that because you saw, like, for example, Top Boy had a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't really happen as much with movies here.
Yeah.
So
my thing is okay, cool. Let's have a double in that. Yeah. Do you feel like, you know, artists should be on that movie
Drake
soundtrack?
dropped Lemon Pepper Freestyle.
Yeah, but Drake don't count, man.
What's he talking about?
Drake don't count.
None of these people I'm talking about count.
No, Drake doesn't. Like, Drake is a hit maker. I feel like he's just a machine. Like, he makes hits for a living. Like, he makes hits in his sleep. He eats hits for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, he does this. Like, there's no point of us talking about Drake because we already know, like, Drake. It's automatic with Drake. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not a thing of us looking and saying, oh, is Drake actually gonna do this? Because he's definitely gonna do this.
Fine. One artist, UK, that I definitely say did switch it up, but not necessarily in an album sense. But Darko, she dropped Pick Up. That song was very, for me, I think, versatile because it was like one time I saw like a completely different side to Darko. Like, really, really loved that. Ray Black with Gigs.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Obviously, we're still waiting on Silk Sonic to drop.
I'm dying for that. I'm dying. I'm itching for that album.
Silk Sonic.
Oh my gosh, I can't lie to you.
Intro.
Let me tell you something about like those two as like musicians. I feel like they produce like impeccable work every single time.
Amazing.
Like every single time I hear Anderson .Paak, I'm like, yo, this guy's sick. Then I hear Bruno Mars, and Bruno Mars ain't missed since he's come out.
Bruno Mars never misses.
He doesn't miss.
Never misses. And I remember I saw something on that he posted on Instagram. He was saying that like with his first album, like it didn't do so well, and now it's like he's like, look at where I am now. Like they told me that you know this shit wouldn't work out, and fuck, like Bruno Mars is talented, like talented,
and he can do it like in music. He can do it all still.
AJ's meant to be dropping.
I'm waiting on that as well, man. AJ don't let me down, so I can't really lie to you. There was a point where I looked at AJ and I thought, what's this guy doing? But then with time, I started to realize, okay, like.
And when I was saying that, oh, I think AJ is one of the best in the UK, people were looking at me like I was mad. Please, if I start to shout.
But I'm gonna let it be known now, AJ's not better than us.
We're not even gonna get into it because we're just not gonna get into it. Because I just feel like in the UK, you guys just don't like to give. There's so much bondage with Huss, and as much as I love J Huss, yeah, it's like when you love Huss, I feel like you're just biased. Like you're unable to really like see other things. Like,
it's not bondage.
AJ needs to have his. You need to give. No, I feel like people do not give him his accolades and do not give him the credit that he deserves. I'm so sorry.
No, like, I hear that though. Sorry. I actually hear that. I genuinely hear that. I genuinely hear that.
He competes with us 120%. 120%. And I think he is better than him personally because I prefer that style of rap personally. I prefer that sound. Like I like that sound.
Like I see why people would prefer him over.
People that prefer Huss don't like Playboy Carti. Those are the type of people.
Are you alright?
Those are the. I'm not saying that's you, but I'm saying those are the type of people that don't like AJ. They're like those type of people. They just don't get it. Like
they don't really like go outside the box of music. Yeah, they always stick with.
That's why I feel like a lot of people will be like, oh, Zaina, no, it's because you just.
Yeah. It's true. Still, I feel like. Like I said, maybe I'm being a bit harsh because I feel like I just want to. I don't know what I want to see. I'll be honest. Like
I feel like AJ just gives you everything and more. There's nothing you can say that AJ doesn't give you. Like I don't understand. What do you want from him? What do you want from him? Like there's so much I want to see from her still. So much. There's so much, and it doesn't mean that he hasn't given me. Let me tell you something about. Do you not feel like there's more you can see from her?
No. I agree. I feel like you see now.
He's still the better artist.
He is because everything he's produced.